guys, it's Chris here from ZombehGamers, back again with something a little bit different today. I'm here to talk about Persona 4 Golden. This game is out in America and Japan, and it's been out for a little while there, but we haven't managed to get a European/Australian release date yet. But that's happening this month, so I picked up the game a little bit early, a few days ago actually. I've been playing it for about roughly 7 hours, so I thought I'd give my first impressions on the game, and sort of see if it fits your kind of game style or play style, or whether you'd want to pick it up. This will just cover the basic points of it, what type of game it is, kind of storyline it has, what kind of art design it has, and my views on myself with my, different calibrations of my type of gaming style, whether I liked it or not, and hopefully, obviously your opinions will be different to mine, but if you like the same kind of games as I do, maybe you'll be thinking, yeah, maybe his opinions sort of, might conflict with mine or might agree with mine, and you might think the exact opposite. So it's just for you guys to see, here to show you guys what the game's kind of like, what I thought about it, and enjoy. So the storyline is pretty basic. You're a new kid to a new town. You've joined a new school. You're living with your uncle, I'm fairly sure. As I said, I'm only a few hours into the game, so I haven't exactly connected with all of the characters just yet. Though the characters are extremely easy to connect with, I'll come to that a bit later on. But yeah, you've moved to this new town, you've joined a new school, which is obviously going to play a big role in the game, because it is a Japanese RPG, so it's a bit different to the normal RPGs we get over here. And basically these people keep winding up dead around the town. Mysterious murders, not the average sort of thing. And you find out it corresponds to a thing called the Midnight Channel, which is obviously exactly what it is, a midnight channel, but it's sort of like a portal between different worlds. It's really cool. That's how the fighting style aspect of the game comes into it. But yeah, this is happening, and you're sort of developing... The whole aim of the game is it's an RPG. So if you guys have played Pokemon, Final Fantasy, it is the turn-based style RPG when you're fighting, but that's only half of the game. The other half is it's a social simulator, so it's like think Sims, but well, in my opinion, it's a lot more in-depth. So it's obviously, you're engrossing, you're connecting with the characters on a storyline level, as opposed to just creating things because you can. Obviously, you go through high school, and you do the average things a high school would do. You study, you talk to friends, you hang out with friends, you date, connect different relationships, and while all this is happening, it's further strengthening the personas which you use to play in battle. Again, this is where sort of the Pokemon/Final Fantasy aspect come into it. I've only played a few Final Fantasy games, but I know you can summon monsters. Well, not summon monsters, but summon like familiar type things. That's sort of what you do. It's like sort of your heart's reflections of yourself in that cooler sort of form. And you use those to fight primarily because they use magic and stuff. You can attack by yourself, but you deal more damage when you're doing, obviously, magic and stuff like that. So you'll have like buffs and magic and different attacks that the persona can do. So that's where that comes into effect. But these social connections, they'll implement to different parts of the personas. So there's like they're based off the Arcana cards. So there's like Chariot, there's Fortune, the Fool, stuff like that. And different characters will boost. You make different connections with different characters, and they'll have their own portion of the Arcana. And the more you the more you progress with those characters, the better it sort of becomes for those social links, which in turn obviously boosts the persona. So obviously it gives you a reward for sort of implementing into that social simulator. Not that you sort of can avoid it, but obviously you want to, not just because that you can connect with those people on a deeper level, but because it'll help you out in battle. I mean, it's almost like buying potions and stuff. It's mandatory to your survival throughout the game. When you do boost those social connections, the personas you make, so you're like special, you can create personas. Those personas you do create, those will become stronger. They'll gain more XP when you first create them because of the social connections, and they might be more resilient to, I don't know, say wind for whatever reason, or they may grow stronger, or they'll have better stats and stuff because of those connections you've made. And it's cool because like there's so many different ones. Even if you play through again and again and again and again, you probably can max them out in the one playthrough, but it gives you that opportunity to do it in so many different ways. It's ridiculous. The amount of content in this game alone is, in my opinion, worth getting. And as I was saying, connections with characters, you don't do it just for the personas and the battles. I mean, obviously that's the sort of the incentive to do it, but the storyline between each character you sort of connect with, like some of the smaller characters for some of the other Arcanas that aren't main characters, their storylines won't be as, central to the main theme, but they'll have a sort of a connection that'll make you want to explore that social link between them, which gives you more incentive to do that, which gives you more incentive to boost up in battle, which gives you more incentive to get new personas to battle. So it all sort of comes around in a giant loop, of an amazing loop, mind you, but it is a game that requires, you can pick it up for a couple of minutes and put it down, say you've got 10, 15 minutes, you're like, oh yeah, I'll play it for a bit. And you can sort of sense that sort of you're moving on in the game or you've done something. But even though you can do that, the actual game will take a very long time if you want to max out social links or you want to delve deeper into, I don't know, creating personas or something like that. It'll take a lot of concentration and a lot of effort to put in to deal with that. It's definitely not a short game in any circumstances. I think I've done 7 hours, and I've gotten in 2 dungeon battles, which is sort of like, the average battle. Battles for the game, so instead of the social simulator half, the battle half. And that is incredibly crazy, because I think that the storyline immerses you so much that you don't exactly need to have that battling element always there to sort of have fun. And the game shows you can do that in a way because, as I said, 7 hours, the storyline's obviously that in-depth that I haven't done that much fighting yet. And whether this is just because of the start of the game, I'm not quite sure. I haven't played much of it, as I said. But, I mean, come on, if you can keep it going for 7 hours without really doing anything big fighting-wise, that's pretty good, in my opinion. But yeah, the general basis, or general idea behind it is that a normal playthrough will take around 70 to 80 hours. That's before New Game Plus. New Game Plus will sort of give you the opportunity to go back and max everything out. You've obviously played the game before, so you know what happens storyline-wise. I think there is a true ending in the New Game Plus, but aside from that, you pretty much just, you know what you're going to do, or you know what to do anyway. And I think any game that has New Game Plus gets a almost 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, I love New Game Plus. I go for sort of value for money games, and this is definitely one of those value for money games. I will talk about what game, like, as I've said before, Pokemon, Final Fantasy. If you like those games, you're going to love this game automatically, straight away. There's no doubt that you will even think for a second before getting into this game. If you love a great storyline, get the game. If you're looking for a game that will give you the sort of value for your money, again, get the game. I'd say it's about 200 hours before you go New Game Plus. I mean, after you New Game Plus and the first playthrough. So you're obviously getting that amount of content out of it. Not only that, but there's outside things. So you can rewatch all the cutscenes. You can watch live music videos performed for like the music inside the game that the actual bands have performed. You can listen to all the music in the game, and I'm pretty sure you can read up about all that's happened in the game. And this is in the start menu before you start the game, so that is always there for you to sort of, browse through if you're getting bored, or if you just want to show to your friends, like, this is what the cutscenes look like. So it's got that ability to sort of show the whole game content after you have unlocked it, without having to go back through the game. Though you'll want to go back through the game, trust me. But yes, if you're an anime, get the game. I mean, the cutscenes are amazing. The videos I put up, I apologize, don't do the game justice. As some of you might know, there isn't actually a way to record footage from the Vita, so I have to record with my iPhone, which is, pretty lame, but I want to show you guys a bit of what it looks like. I've thrown in 2 cutscenes. They're both pretty, as I said, 7 hours in, pretty towards the start of the game, so they're not really big spoilers. But the cutscenes are amazing. They look like they come straight out of an anime. The actual graphics in game, it's a PlayStation 2 port. So Persona 4 came out on PlayStation 2, and that was a while back, I'm fairly sure. Anyway, this is a port, so this is a HD remake of it onto the Vita. And the cutscene, like the actual in-game graphics, aren't that much of a step up in this version, but graphically wise, it's still very good. I mean, like, especially for a handheld game, and for a game that's got over 70, 80 hours in it for the first playthrough, not including New Game Plus, not including all the stuff that's in the menu and everything, and not including the cutscenes. Graphics are very good, better than I was expecting by a long shot. But yes, very Final Fantasy-like, very similar to Pokemon. If you like turn-based games, you're gonna like it. If you like strategy games, again, it's got like enemies' weaknesses, and you have to, take them down, otherwise you pretty much get messed up through their weaknesses. So yeah, character depth is very good. Storyline is amazing. What else? Animations are amazing. Music is amazing. Music is very good. It's got like the Japanese poppy sort of stuff most of the time. Which I was a bit, because it's going to be playing throughout the whole game, I was a bit hesitant on. I was like, maybe I'll just chuck it on, silent, whack in some headphones, listen to some music while I'm playing it. Not the case. The music is a bit poppy. If you're really against that, you might get sick of it, but it's sort of like the stuff that you really can listen to over and over again and not be sick of. But yeah, music, storyline, characters are amazing, as I've said. The paths you can take are amazing. The relationships you can make between different characters. I mean, it's dating especially. It's got that real feeling to it. Like the whole game, in any character, in any social link, it's got that real feeling to it. So as if you bond with the characters. Like there's no cheap, generic feeling to each of the characters. They each feel like their own unique person, which is pretty cool when you want to. Maybe you want to just go through one social link because you like that one person. That's fair enough, because that person is different to everyone else. You want to, go with that one person. I mean, you'll have favorites and you'll have not so favorites because, yeah, they're all different. Now, personally, my favorite, my personal opinion on like the kind of games I play, first-person shooters. I play third-person games. I play a lot of Halo, Alan Wake. You guys have seen my videos. Those are the kind of the games I'm into. This game, I'm not really a huge fan of the Final Fantasy series. We'll leave that to Jamie, that's for sure. I don't have anything against the series, it's just not my type of game. But I am a huge fan of the Pokemon series, and I don't know if that's influenced my likingness of this game, because the personas do feel a lot like, familiars that you're fighting with, which is a lot to say for Pokemon. Sort of in the same thing. And it is very, 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 very much the same as Final Fantasy with the whole fighting style-wise and everything like that. So I didn't know if I'd like the game, like the personas being like Pokemon. That's kind of cool. But with it being so much like Final Fantasy, I didn't think I'd like the game as much as I have. And I can say that even if you don't like Final Fantasy, even if you don't like Pokemon, it's worth getting. I mean, you love it. I normally play, the kind of games you've seen on the channel me playing. Those are the kind of games I play. I'm just trying to think what other games I've got. Most first-person shooters I'll play, because that's the kind of games I'm into. But this game would have to be up there with one of my favorite games, because it's so different without being completely different from other games. So you have that sort of, where it's coming from, what it's trying to do to change the genre, and it's doing it pretty fucking well. The uniqueness within it is it's amazing. It's like Atlas do a very good job at making games that are not like other games. You've seen Catherine, possibly. If you haven't, you should check that out. Justin gave it a big thumbs up. They've done the other Persona games, obviously. There's even a Persona 4 Arena game that's out in America, and it's coming out here soon. I can't pick up a copy of that because I don't think it's in PAL before it comes out. But that's a sort of like, fighting game, obviously. Well, not obviously, but it's a fighting game. So it's like, the Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, which games I don't normally like. Not because they're bad games, not because I don't like the series as a whole, but because I suck at them. Like, hardcore suck at them. But I will be getting that, I'll be picking that up just because of this game. I mean, Atlas do such a good job at changing the way you look at games like this. So I would suggest picking this up, even if you don't think you're gonna like it. It's a pretty roundabout way to say it. But even if you've got hesitant feelings about this, pick it up. If you don't like it, take it back. I mean, it's not that huge a deal. It doesn't have any codes that come with it, so you can buy it region free without it being a hassle. But yeah, all I can say is that my personal opinion was that the game doesn't look fantastic because it doesn't look like the kind of game I'm into. So the game didn't not look fantastic as a game, but to me, personally, it didn't look like something I was going to like. And I was wrong by a long shot. My personal suggestion is that if you don't think you're going to like the game, pick it up anyway. The game is very, 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 very good. The quality is amazing. The content you're going to get out of it's amazing. And the gameplay you're going to sink in. As long as you can sit through that amount, if you've got the patience to sit through 70 to 80 hours and then still want to play more later on, then you're going to like it. $50 for almost 200 hours, that's like... It's not very much an hour, that's all I can say. Pick it up. You're going to love it. If you don't love it, I apologize, take it back. Say that I gave you some misleading information. No, but seriously, Persona 4 Golden gets a 10 out of 10 from us. So yeah, I'll check down the description below the comments the other guys have on it. They haven't really had a chance to see it yet, and I know Justin's getting it definitely, and Jamie has a Vita as well. He'll probably get it. They'll probably wait for the European/Aussie release though. I'll check down their opinions in the description below. If you keep that space sort of on your mind sight, you'll see what they thought about it. Just an overall score out of 10. But yeah, 10 out of 10 for me. The question at the top: should us Aussies get it? Yes. Don't wait. Well, wait for the Australian version if you want to. It doesn't matter if you get the Australian or the American version. It is region free. But if you're waiting out for this game, if you're thinking, oh, you know what, I'm going to pre-order this, this looks really cool, or I'm going to pick this up on day launch, or I'm looking forward to this game, you should get it. Don't have any second thoughts about it. If you like the look of it already, it's going to be already good. If you're sort of on the fence about it, grab it, because it's one of those games for the Vita that, critic-wise, it's the highest rated Vita game at the moment, and if that doesn't say anything to how good it is, the fact that it can surpass Little Big Planet and other games like that, score-wise, I'm not saying that it's a better game on overall, but score-wise from all the different critics and stuff, it's surpassed every single game for the PS Vita so far. So that should be, in a sort of sense, should be a comforting sort of guideline sort of thing for buying the game. So, do I think you should get it? Yeah. And yeah, just wait for the 28th of February. That's when it comes out. Look to your local game shops or whatever. See if you can grab a copy. You definitely should. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. The hands-on look at it. It does come out the 28th of February. Persona 4 Golden. Definitely worth getting in my opinion. And yeah, I'll probably do a review for it later on the track when I finish it. When I finish the first playthrough, not New Game Plus, because that'll take me forever, trust me. From what I've heard anyway. But yeah. So yeah guys, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, subscribe. If you subscribed it, like it. I don't know. Like and subscribe if you like the video. I'll be doing a lot more stuff on Persona 4 Golden as I'm playing through it. Different ways to do different things. How to clear some dungeons. I think they are randomly generated, but if they're not, I'll do some guides and stuff like that if you're getting stuck. I might even do some dungeon mapping, possibly. So I'll do some guides to get through dungeons. I'll see on my different playthroughs, I'll sort of like start the game and restart the game and see if the dungeons actually are randomly generated. If not, then I'll do the dungeon mapping. So yeah, look out for that. I'll do some weakness stats, stuff like that. So because until you actually hit the enemy with the thing it's weak from, it won't actually register, so you won't know what it's weak against. So check that out. If you like the video, let me know. If you have any issues, you want to know stuff about the game, or you sort of just want to know stuff about the overall video I did, my opinions on the game personally and stuff like that, hit us up with the message here at ZombehGamers, or go to our Facebook. I'm always on Facebook, so you get a reply like that, I promise. But yeah, Persona 4 Golden comes out 28th of February for us Aussies, and in Europe, the rest of Europe. I suck at geography, okay, just leave me alone. But yes, so I hope you guys liked the video. As I said, any issues, any questions, send me a message. And yeah, keep in tune for more Persona 4 Golden stuff. Look out for Persona 4 Golden yourself. And I will see you guys later. I am going to go drink an energy drink and play video games till like 5 o'clock in the hour and then get up for school 2 hours later. I'll see you guys later.
This is Constantine, John Constantine, and I'm here on behalf of my friends at ZombehGamers to tell you to subscribe to their channel this video. You do that, and I'll keep sending these filthy half-breeds back to hell. We'll both do our parts to keep the balance, because sure as hell, no one else will.